I feel so sorry for you guys because I understand you're watching so many videos all over social media just to learn few technical concepts about trading. All the time you just get bombarded with crazy amount of information, and most of the time you see the same concept having different name all over again. And I get it, it's very hard, it's very frustrating. And one of the topic that I've been highly requested to do a video about is what is a strong high and low and what is a weak high and low. And in this video, this is exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the strong highs and low and weak highs and lows. And I can promise you that by the end of the video, you will be so surprised to understand the simplicity behind what is actually these two concepts, right? And it's pretty simple, but the problem is like people love to complicate things over again, and they want to sell you the dreams, they want to scam you, I don't know, whatever they want to do. But don't worry, stay tuned because you're going to have the breakthrough you need finally about this concept over here. Now, let's start understanding what exactly is the meaning, first thing first, about the word strong and about the word weak. We all know, right, it's a very basic terminology we use on our day-to-day concept, our day-to-day talking, whatever. But most importantly, when it refers to strong highs and strong low, right, let's understanding first this. When you have a high, so if we have, what is it? 1 second. Damn it. Okay. If we have this, right, this is a trend, this is going up, this is going down, right, and is making this type of order flow, okay. When it says strong high, that means that in this case we have highs and lows. So where are our highs and lows? This is the lows, those are the lows over here, right, and these are the highs, isn't it? Now, how can you classify a strong highs and what are the criteria for it? So based on this drawing, what I have over here, there is only one thing that can tell you that this is a strong high. And in my opinion, that's the most important one. But wait a second, before we get to that one, I want to tell you also how a strong high can be classified as well in a different other point of view from different other traders. Why that? Because that's the thing. Every trader, right, every guru, every people that you see telling you about the strong highs or weak lows or whatever, they will always tell you that this high is strong because this high did something over to the left, which is not wrong, okay? So what do I mean over to the left? So let's say here you have some type of equal highs, okay? In this range over here, you have some type of equal highs. So now what happened is that price takes out these equals and then goes down. So that can be said as one type of strong high because they have rated liquidity, okay, above this high over here, and then they drop all the way down. So someone will tell you, oh, this is a strong high because this high has taken the liquidity and it dropped. Okay, I'm giving you a different point of view. So then I'll tell you which one is the most logic, in my opinion, to use it as an identification for a strong high and low, which is literally the most simplest one ever. Okay, then there is another one. And what is the other one? Well, some people will tell you that there is a trend line. Now you got a trend line, so that means that when this high comes here and it taps in this trend line because it's aligned with a previous high, now it's telling you what? The price is probably dropping, making low. So therefore, this is a strong high because price tapped something valuable, which is a very valid price point. In this case, it's a trend line. And then after that, it started dropping all the way down there. So therefore, for them, this is a strong high. Okay, are you guys seeing? I'm bringing you all the different type of philosophy, all the different type of point of view, and unfortunately, every single person will always tell you, oh, because of this is a strong high. Because of this, like trend line, this is a strong high. And then there are like literally a lot. I can describe it like a lot. And lastly, another one, which is very, very common, is the one where probably you might have something like this, right? 1 second. Might have something like this. Let's say, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, from here, then you got this one over here. So therefore, now you got also what? Probably some type of equal high or equal low, which is classified also as it was, like a higher time frame support or resistance. And this is something that you don't hear from like smart money concept trader, but you hear probably some other different type of retail methodology, in this case, from support and resistance trader. So that will tell you that, oh, because of the support or resistance, whatever is here, we tap it and we go down. Therefore, this becomes a strong high and what, right? Now, let's go to the weak highs and weak lows. So what can it be weak highs, weak lows? Let me ask you this question. I wish I could interact directly with you guys, but unfortunately that's not the case because this is the video. But I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it, okay? Because I always pose the question so that you can think by yourself, what is actually going on. Because if I keep providing you information, and I don't allow you to think about it, you will never actually grasp the concept properly, okay? So, what is a weak highs and weak low? You can understand that definitely this is going to be literally the opposite of what we discussed and we showed over here, right? So that means that weak high and low is definitely going to be a high or low that has done literally nothing at all. For example, this low probably comes here. This first thing first becomes a weak low. Why? Because it's not doing anything that this did before, which is taking the liquidity, tapping in a support resistance or whatsoever. Again, this one probably is not tapping in any type of trend line or whatever else, so therefore this becomes weak low. But long story short, weak low means that that becomes your target, and that's something that you should not be trading from, right? Now, this is literally the very wider view of what I just shared over here, right? Is literally the wider overview of what you can see, the different type of people telling you about a strong high and weak low, weak high, whatever. Now I'm going to be giving you, right, and I'm going to be showing you that on the chart with a few examples so that there you can blend that better, is that in my opinion there is only one thing that you should be caring about, okay? And that defines your strong high and your weak low, whatever, weak high. And that one thing is literally the understanding of order flow. That's it. That's all you need for you to understand what is a strong high, what is a strong low, what is a weak high, what is a weak low. As simple as that. Do not overcomplicate yourself, right, too much by, saying, oh, equal highs, oh, support resistance, oh, trend line, oh, whatever, imbalance field. Some people be like, oh, he tapped to the imbalance field and he drops, so that's a strong high, strong low. No, don't overcomplicate that. And wait, I'm going to be telling you why what I'm saying is the most logical one, okay? I don't want to say my one is the best. No, I always say on my channel that everything I provide, it has to have some basic ground logic and it has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not worth it. But what I'm saying, it makes sense for a simple reason, because we go where the price goes, right? We cannot go wherever price is not going, isn't it? We cannot go against the price. As simple as that. So why order flow? Because if the order flow is telling me it's bullish and price is going higher, all I need to care about to understand what is my strong high, strong low, in this case, which one is my strong low in this drawing over here. If I follow the order flow, definitely, my strong low is going to be this one. It's going to be this one. And which one do you guys think is going to be my weak high or weak low? In this case, the weak high is going to be this one. The weak high is going to be this one, right? Why? Because the order flow is going up, okay? Therefore, if we are in a bullish scenario and we know that the price moves like this in a waves vertically to the upside, I don't expect price to come over here, tap over here, coming over here, and then do what? Going down? Yes, of course, it can do it because we do have this type of price action. But the likelihood of this getting broken and keeping the price pushing up is definitely 70-30, okay, or 80-20, or even 60-40, depending on so many other confluences and so many other variables. So now the reason why I'm telling you these guys is because I know it sounds very simple. They're like, oh, so you're telling me the strong high and weak low, all of these just to say simply structure? Yes, exactly. We always go back to the same thing. Unfortunately, people need to find a way to sell you dreams, sell you, whatever stuff, blah, blah, blah. But no, everything is the same thing. And I've been saying this on my channel for so many months now. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention to it, but that's literally all you need to know. By the way, why you need to know this and also how you need to use this. I honestly never use the wording with strong high, weak high, whatever. All I do is just structure and within the order flow. Okay, that's all I need to know. Why? Because if I know that there is a price point over here, right, 0.9500, 0.9, and in order for price to go from this, let's say 95,050 to let's say 95,150, price need to move from point A to point B. How does it do it? It does it like this with the structure, right? With the order flow. It goes like this. So all I need to know is that within my order flow, which one is the one that is holding that order flow right now. And that's where we go within the demand, concept of the demand or concept of the order block. Those are the ones that are holding the price to the upside. Therefore, till this low is not taken out like this stays for me a strong low. When this gets taken out, now I know what? That this becomes a strong high, right? So when it retraces and it goes to the downside, this becomes what? My weak low, like low week, right? So therefore I can expect this to get broken. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? So forget about everything people says over here. I'm not saying that this is not important. Yes, it's important because these what I've done over here, right? It shows you several type of confluences. It shows you several type of whatever logic. But it's pointless for you to have all this logic if you don't understand the true nature, true way the market moves, which is within the order flow, which is, you know, moving like this. And I'm not talking supply and demand or order block. No, I'm talking the order flow and the momentum. Okay, that's the most important one. Now, how do you use the strong highs and lows and weak highs and lows? Because you need to, now that you know, right, that the most important way to see these highs and lows is this, you need to know how to use them. Okay, that's very important. So now let's go over here. Let's go on the chart. I'm going to give you a real life example so you guys can understand what actually is happening. So if you remember my drawing, what did I say? Let's check this out. We have order flow, high, low, high, low. When these get broken, this becomes a strong high, this becomes a weak low, right? And then it is, and then it keeps going to the other way around. Now, if we go over here, you can clearly see that's the first example literally popping out over here, right? Check this out. We have the order flow. What did I say to you before? High, we got the low, we got the high, we got the low over here, we got the high over here, we got the low, and then boom, we have break to the upside. Then what did I say? You can take the trade over here, right? And then what? You're targeting all the way up. So you guys see, that's exactly same as my drawing, like the one I did over here. What is it? Yeah, this one over here, right? The same exact thing. You follow the order flow, and then price breaks and it goes away. Now check this out. Strong high are important because those are the zones from where you will be looking for what? For a trade. Therefore, this is the high that made the low. That means that this is my strong high, right? This is the zone from where I'll be looking to trade. Unfortunately, it didn't happen because price retraced all the way up here and then it dropped. It doesn't mean that you cannot still take it, because if you understand the fractal nature of the market, if you have, you know, different confluences, blah, 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 whatever, you can take the trade. But I'm not talking about taking the trade. I want you guys to understand the principle and the concept. So your strong highs or strong lows are important because those are the zone from where you can take the trade. So then what happens is that price goes down, right? It makes another high, low, another lower low over here. And then from here, you have a strong high, right, over here. And then when price retraces, again, the same thing. Price couldn't reach out the zone, and then it drops all the way down here. Then what happens is that it becomes another high over here. And this time you can see that this is still a strong high until it gets violated from the new structure point, new order flow in the market, right? So in this case, you cannot take any trade over here. But what you can do, you can take the trade from the other way around. And in this case, look at this. There was a very, very nice trade setup over here for you to take the trade. And which one do you guys think that will be the weak high now? Do you guys think this will be still a strong high? No, it's not. Why? Because this high did not make a new lower low. The way this high, the way this high did, right, with a lower low, this high did with a lower low, but this one has failed to make a lower low, right? Therefore, this becomes weak. Now, how do you use this weak? Now that you know that this is important, this is a weak high, how do you use it? Well, simply, if you take a trade here, you know that your first exit point can be over here with your TP. First TP1, and then your second TP is based on whatever is over there on the left. Okay, so long story short, the strong highs and strong lows are your point of entry. Okay, so you find your strong highs, your low, you take the trade from there. When it comes to weak high, weak low, nothing complex. It's just for a reference as a target. That's it, guys. That's all you need to know. Nothing else, nothing different, nothing fancy, not crazy word. And long story short, if I want my opinion, I don't even use this type of wording on my trading. All I do is using the order flow, using the structure. Okay. By the way, this pair looks so juicy. Look at this. It's so clean. You see? So now this one is a strong low, and we have a weak high over here. Then again, okay. By the way, in order for you, as I said before over here, in order for you this to be a strong low, it has to make a new high, which we had right now, right over here. Then it retraces. We don't know what's going to happen over here when price is here, but we know that this is a strong low, so I can look for a buy. And as you can see, there's a trade. When this goes higher, this becomes my strong low, and this becomes my weak high. retraces again. I'm here, I'm taking the trade from the strong low over here, and this is my weak high, I know, so I can target all the way first TP over here and second TP somewhere around there. You guys see what I'm showing over here? So I never made a video about this topic before, but what I did is that I made a lot of video telling you guys about the order flow and the structure, and that's exactly what I did over here. So as you can see, using this terminology is the same thing of saying higher high, higher low, or supply and demand, is they're all the same exact thing. Now, I get it. Probably sometimes it's very hard for you to understand how exactly the structure is formed, because here it looks clean, right? But then many times you have a scenario where you have this, and it's so complex, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? What is even going on, right? Well, don't worry, because I already said that previously, and I'm saying that again because I know that video is so powerful, but unfortunately not many people are watching it, and that's fine, whatever. That's up to you, literally. But if you want to know, right, how you can turn all this mess from this structure to this structure, then make sure that you watch this video over here, because in this video I show you exactly how you can do that. And on the top of that, if you want to know more about liquidity or other theory, other concept, make sure that you watch the other video over here. I'll see you to the next one.